And it's just gotta be you. It's KAHOS and we're getting it. Playing some NBA 2K18 here on the P3. My man Nate, shout out to him. He's talking about getting the P5. I got you, baby. This is the Chicago Bulls' first season franchise going off into ATL to face Neek and the Hawks. Don't forget to smash that like, leave a comment, share the video, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at 2KAHOS on Twitter and KAHOS718 on the gram. Atlanta. It's gonna be a battle. In the next room. What? You believing in me? The latest choice.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Good to have you with us. I'm Ernie Johnson. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Atlanta Hawks. And off now to Phillips Arena with Kevin and the crew as they get ready to call the game.
Let's go. Glenn Busy Bone.
On the road looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports.
Human Holly Factory.
Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
It was George Niang
Check
Company.
out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Jeff Teague in this one?
And he is also a very savvy on-the-ball defender. He'll turn a crossover into a turnover if you try it against him.
Earlier this season, it was Chicago who came out on top in the last meeting against the Atlanta Hawks.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything.
First time rocking the Los Bulls jerseys this season. Still no Rodman, still no Pippen.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Teague got the first points on the scoreboard for Atlanta. The drive by Jordan. Three-pointer, Kukoc. No good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Jeff Teague, Lou Hudson, Wilkins, Kevin Willis, Pellet, Jordan, Kukoc, Vujicic, DeRozan,
And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
and Levine.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Here's Chicago. 4-point game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated, locked-in defense to stop that day.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Vucevic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Vucevic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Teague with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Here's Hudson, and the free ball is good.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Jordan against Hudson. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Hudson.
Rapid fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Yeah. Good
The
G.
Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year.
Yeah, yeah.
As we hit the mid-season surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. You look at Chicago, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And checking out Atlanta, not really any threat right now, as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, for the Bulls, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
And it's no fluke. I mean, they've earned that elite label with one astonishing performance after another.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. Paxson comes in for Robin Lopez. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Deflects the pass. Here's Paxson. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Johnny Paxson.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. That is good. Teague's got 8 points. Outside, Kukoc. Back to Jordan. The 11-footer. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I'm sure they're satisfied with that possession, guys. Very nice shot that time.
The Bulls.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Atlanta. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
A nice shot by Hudson. Hudson's got his second basket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this season.
Pass to Paxson. DeRozan. And here's Jordan outside. And that one's good. Jordan's got 9.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
And he gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas, and that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JV's still developing his skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. Factoring his motor, he can really impact the game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
Thanks, Doris. Chicago calls timeout. So for the Bulls, Duke Longley's checked in for Grant. And Elijah Millsap subbed in for Tony Kukoc. The Bulls leading by 5. And here is Jordan. 14 points for him. And there's the pass to Paxson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight. And it's the Hawks ball. Now here's Rivers. Stats on him. He's averaging 9 points a game. Paxson. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Paxson against Rivers. Knocked away. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Robin Lopez is checked in for John Paxson.
Come on, Johnny.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ogden. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
He's the kind of player that even the best defense has no answer.
The drive by Jordan. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
He can't miss.
At least not on those first 6 attempts, Greg. He is scorching out there, flamethrowing.
The Hawks trail by 9. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. They get a hand on it. To the inside. Levine. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Jordan kicks to DeRozan. An emphatic LU jam.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Bulls out front. They lead. Next Sunday, January 24th. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Tony Kukoc. And there's Robin Lopez, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Runnington in at the center position. The Hawks trail by 16. And Bogdanovich kicks to Willis. And Jordan with the block. And he's
Another
able to get
block.
it back. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Williams. Into Willis. And he goes in for the dunk.
Really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Collins kicks to Williams. And it's blocked by
Rejected.
Jordan.
Another
As it
block.
goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Here's Williams. Cams the shot from the wing.
That's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one.
Jordan having a terrific game. He has 20 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified for long range.
Ron Harper, he's checked in for Chicago. The Hawks trail by 14. Passes to Capella. Poked away. A solo fast break. Up the floor. And then Levine with the chance.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Murray kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Murray. Hawks passing it around. 6 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And here's what's upcoming now for the Hawks. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. Chicago leading by 16. The drive by Jordan, the 17-footer. Williams with the block. Here's Bogdanovich. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Vucevic checked in for Chicago. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Kukoc. And it's Jonas Valanciunas in for Michael Jordan.
Oh, terrific work. Finishing a soft move like that, the finger roll.
Levine kicks to DeRozan. A 3-pointer is right on target. DeRozan's got 7 points.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And he gets it to go.
And that's what you like to see from a competitor. Really able to just shake off that poor first quarter and focus on the here and now.
Levine dishes to DeRozan. From the top of the key, he buries it. 9 points in the game so far.
What I love about watching him play, Steve, is his terrific agility and body control. Even with the multiple defenders closing in, he contorts his body at angles that really give him a chance to make shots from weird positions all the time.
Here's Willis. Bogdanovich passes to Capella. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Capella's got 8 points.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
DeRozan brings the double team. Stolen by Levine.
Oh! Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella.
And the Bulls lead by 17.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things in your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops Willis on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that's a nice possession. Did a good job to get that open shot.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Hudson's checked in for Willis. Wilkins comes in for Bogdanovich. Smith checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Teague in for Joel Anthony. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. Number 1, the Bulls.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Here's Hudson, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the Bulls making a change here. Kukoc is checked in. He feeds it to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Chicago leading by 12. Backing down is Jordan. On the wing to Rosen. And it's off the back rim, no good.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Ball's knocked loose. Kukoc with the steal. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Chicago calls timeout.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Chicago making a switch here. Luke Longley's checked in for Vucevic. Grant comes in for Tony Kukoc. Steve Kerr's checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Harper in for John Paxson. And finished off by Longley.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
The Hawks trail by 13. Teague kicks to Wilkins. Touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll. Emphatic throw down there.
That one reverberated throughout the building.
Nothing soft about his approach at the attack.
20 seconds left to play here in the half. Teague drives in. This is his second trip to the line in this one. Jeff Teague. And the first one drops. Chicago making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's Jordan. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
The effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Guys, I love his activity, patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there. Really made a statement at the defensive end.
Teague out there with Hudson. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Kevin Willis. It's Wilkins in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Teague dishes to Hudson. Such a wide open look. Hudson's got 12 in the game.
And he is a persistent defender too, Steve. I mean, even if he gets caught behind on the break, he'll bust his behind to get back into the play and maybe come up with a block at the last second.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. That's going to send Robin Lopez to the line. They get Dominique Wilkins. The Hawks trail by 15. Poke loose. Here's Jordan. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
DeRozan brings the double team. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And 3 from Jordan. That's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Like Mike.
Now, the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the past month. Take a look at their percentages from the field during that time. Jonas Valanciunas, third.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage. You can see where the Hawks rank in the league stats over the last 10 games. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 9th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in scoring as well. Not too shabby.
They don't make many mistakes. I just love the mental toughness. You saw 3rd fewest turnovers per game. Great decision making is so valuable, particularly down the stretch. Definitely a notch in their favor.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Knocked loose and stolen by Jordan. Gives him the lead pass. And the jam by Levine.
Reverse that one. Oh, now that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
Here's Teague. He hits it from 9. Teague's got 13 points.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm. And they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting. This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Here's DeRozan. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And that's now 22 points now for Valanciunas.
It's Robin Lopez and Valanciunas and DeRozan's looking and all that.
Teague with the ball. 13 points in the game. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Hudson's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's done his part. No doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
And that one's good.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Smith. 3rd quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Rivers. It's stolen by DeRozan. Wasted no time on that one. That's 7 points for Smith.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger. That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 40 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The shot's good from Smith.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Backing down is Jordan. Back to DeRozan. He's feeling it. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Smith on the wing. Good on the three-point shot. Smith's got 10 points in just the second half.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And Vucevic throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt there are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for Tony Kukoc. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Jordan against Smith. Jordan the pass to Levine. He dishes it to Grant. Cuts off the pass. Kicks it to Rivers. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rivers has got his first bucket of the night.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Almost intimidating defense there. They didn't even try to get back on that.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Kevin Willis. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Jordan kicks to DeRozan. Back to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up a dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Here's Smith.
Fuck
And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Rolls out.
Next Tuesday night, January 20.
I gotta get warm up.
Getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. But we'll see how much things change up here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Chicago?
Guys, one of the themes in this game has been how much of their scoring has come off turnovers.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Tony Kukoc is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Vucevic in at center. And stolen by Jordan. Levine dishes to Jordan. And that one's good.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, it looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Hawks making a switch here. Cabella's checked in. Atlanta's gone. 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight.
That's his second personal foul.
Now Williams. Murray, the pass to Collins. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You know, with the extra weight he has over his man there, I mean, he's going to be hard to slow down when he gets ahead of his team. Those extra LBs make a difference.
Jordan kicks to Kukoc. Jordan, he's guarded by Williams. Inside to Vucevic. And even 3-on-3 break. Kukoc with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, is really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Atlanta. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And that one's good. And it's 8 points for Goran Dragic.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the triple.
Here's Murray.
That's his third personal foul. Third team foul.
Capella dishes to Collins. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Kukoc, a screen on Hudson. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
Way too loose with the ball there. Those turnovers are hard to swallow.
Kevin Willis is checked in for Goran Dragic. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Knocks it loose and stolen by Jordan. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Great move to the hoop on that one there. He didn't let his height disadvantage dictate that matchup.
Rebounded by Capella.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Tipped away. They get it back. And he gets it to go. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Jordan, the pass to Vucevic. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Jordan kicks to Vucevic. And he gets it to go.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
For Atlanta, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Grant comes in for Vucevic, and it's Wennington in for Tony Kukoc. That's good from Hudson. And Hudson drops them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their
And the foul.
opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up and take the lead.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that. Not very good. You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet time. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one with 4 teammates.
Got a piece of it. The feed to Teague. Hudson. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Right side, Jordan. Fires it up. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
They double him with Jordan. Stolen by Levine. Pushing it up. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Here's Hudson. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. There's a screen by Willis. 1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. And he makes the first. And so T gets 2 free throws. Here's Jordan. Grant inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Icing on the cake right there, fellas, for what has been just a phenomenal performance.
Greg, if it's pound cake or strawberry shortcake, I need a bite.
Well, go ahead. Take your bite, Greg. Go ahead. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to let Clark have his bite.
That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 11 assists. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Free throw, good team. Some changes for Chicago. Luke Longley's checked in for Grant. Elijah Millsap comes in for Wennington. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Michael Jordan. Chicago leading by 16. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Vucevic checked in for the Bulls.
Seen Dominique Wilkins get 1 point. Done.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Atlanta's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. In transition, here come the Bulls. Watches the slam dunk finish. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Rivers has got the ball, and the shot is good.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game. Now, we call this box 4 window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
And he knocks down the first one. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Longley's checked in for Vucevic. Grant comes in for Tony Kukoc. Elijah Millsap's checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Harper in for Robin Lopez. Chicago calls timeout. They're in front by 14. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Yeah, there really isn't much for them to be talking about. This is rubbing it in and adding salt to the wound.
Bulls making a switch here. Vucevic checked in for Longley. Kukoc comes in for Horace Grant. Michael Jordan is checked in for Elijah Millsap. And Robin Lopez is subbed in for Ron Harper. Second chance effort. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
Yeah, 55.